When the ground trembles beneath us, we yearn for stability. As the skies open up and rain cascades down, we seek refuge. Faced with life's ambiguity and glimpses of potential, our instinct craves mastery. Yet, what if this instinct, this magnetic pull we heed like moths to a flame, is leading us astray? Could it be that it doesn't necessarily prioritize our best interests? Perhaps, in our relentless pursuit of maintaining a socially acceptable facade, we neglect the internal construction of something truly worth safeguarding. Consider the possibility that the seismic shifts demolish the foundations restraining us, that the rain washes away the constraints of yesteryear, propelling us towards evolution. What if these sparks of potential demand not mastery, not yet, but a willingness to embrace foolishness? What if this willingness isn't a regrettable dead end, but the commencement of a journey? In one of his lectures at the University of Toronto, Jordan Peterson asserted, "If you are not willing to be a fool, you can't be a master." This echoes the cycle of self-discovery and growth, where, at some point, we must step into the unfamiliar, trusting that, despite inadequate resources, we will gather what we need along the way. It's a challenging proposition to accept that others may possess knowledge and skills beyond our reach. The fear of injecting oneself into the depths of a hierarchy with mere aspirations is daunting. Yet, as Peterson emphasized, the willingness to be a fool is the vehicle for progress. Many desire the moon, yet few possess the courage to construct the spaceship. Few have the audacity to be perpetual students. This inclination to quit when the journey appears steep is common. However, the truth is that we must fight, scrape, and strive for a sense of belonging and competence. I vividly recall being featured on a podcast where the host questioned the relevance of my journey. The struggle for significance in an unfamiliar domain, where my knowledge was limited, remains etched in my memory. Peterson's analogy of feeling like an imposter when initiating change resonates deeply. Embracing this discomfort, the imposter syndrome, is not a misstep but a crucial beginning. It's akin to jumping into a cold pool, initially uncomfortable, but normalizing over time. The alternative is to fear that discomfort and never take the plunge. The climb toward mastery is manageable. Acclimating to adversity involves pushing beyond the fear of starting anew. Being willing to operate with limited understanding, trusting that knowledge will accumulate, is key. While it's painful to acknowledge our limitations, it's essential to recognize that stumbling in the unknown is not fatal. It's a required process. In the cycle of mastery, starting at the bottom and ascending is essential. Confronting criticism, swallowing pride, and persisting through discomfort pave the way for growth, prosperity, and fulfillment. This formula involves taking losses, embracing critics, and being open to showing vulnerability. The pathway to substantive achievements entails continually reaching new ceilings and being willing to play the fool again and again. The journey of self-discovery and growth necessitates stepping into the unknown, building bridges to new heights. The willingness to be irrational, to challenge the status quo, and to shake the foundations of the familiar landscape is crucial. Constructing something new and transformative requires defying convention and enduring the uphill battle. Differentiating between those who wish for better outcomes and those who act upon their desires is a fundamental aspect of life. The distinction lies in the willingness to not only envision an unmaterialized reality, but also to become the driving force behind its manifestation. Creating something new demands being the metaphorical eagle among pigeons, flying above limiting beliefs and one-dimensional realities. Choosing to stand out rather than blend in involves acknowledging the inevitable challenges and discomfort that accompany such a decision. The path to progress requires embracing irrationality, shaking off doubts, and persisting against all odds. When the world seems against you, and numerous reasons tempt you to turn back, recognize that you're precisely where you need to be, challenging the current and bringing something new to life. The architect of the unseen builds on both good and challenging days, understanding that growth comes from consistently moving forward. Rising above skepticism and transforming empty spaces into undiscovered worlds is the hallmark of those who dare to dream beyond conventional boundaries. The choice to embrace the tough journey, to be an architect of the unseen, is not easy, but immensely rewarding. In conclusion, if you are fortunate enough to be different, hold on to that uniqueness. The power of perspective shapes our reality, determining whether we perceive obstacles or opportunities. It is a reminder that two people can look at the same thing and see entirely different narratives, one of pain and problems, the other of potential and triumph. About them deeply, you tell them the truth even when it's hard to hear. And I genuinely care about people, which is why I've dedicated so much of my work to dismantling the victim mentality that holds individuals back from realizing their true potential. It's a mentality that I too grappled with for a significant portion of my life. One of the key facets of this transformation is the way we perceive our unique qualities, the traits that set us apart and place us in a different category. These distinct attributes, though perhaps not common, are integral to our identity. Robert Frost's metaphorical fork in the road resonates deeply in this context. Two paths diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. At first glance, one might dismiss this choice as trivial. Taking the less traveled path seems cute, but its significance goes far beyond surface-level observations. It signifies the decision to embrace what makes us different, instead of burying it. It means choosing the path of a beginner, navigating the uncertainty, and enduring the sometimes torturous road to turn passion into excellence. It's about trading peace of mind for the pursuit of meaningful life. Exploring our uniqueness demands courage, as every step along this path comes with reminders that we are alone in our journey. It's not just battling external challenges, but also resisting the internal impulses to conform, please others, and blend in seamlessly. This decision is anything but trivial. It's perhaps the most crucial one we can make. Doubting our unique path often leads to losing our way. Impatience with the journey or envy of others' success in different arenas can plant seeds of doubt. However, every time I've faltered, it's been because I questioned my unique path. It's during those moments of impatience or comparison that doubt creeps in, threatening to derail the process. To counter this, there are two fundamental elements: belief and trust. Firstly, believing in the value of exploring what makes us unique. Understanding that our abilities are not inconsequential but meaningful. If it means something to us, it will likely mean something to others. Bringing our uniqueness to life not only fosters personal growth but contributes positively to the world. Secondly, trusting that as long as we persist in pursuing our unique selves, we cannot lose. This doesn't mean stubbornly sticking to an ineffective strategy, but evolving, learning, and adjusting. Hitting a dead end doesn't necessitate abandoning the dream. It indicates the need to change or adjust the plan. With experience and continuous adjustments, success becomes a matter of time. Being different is a precious gift, but realizing its potential requires a combination of the mythical and the practical. Dreaming, visualizing growth, and creating a world out of unrealized ideas are essential. Yet, the conversion from dream to reality is a practical process involving repetition, learning, losing, and adjusting. While it's easier to conform, the evidence overwhelmingly points to celebrating the outcasts, the ones who dared to be different. The process of unlocking our unique selves requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity. Leo Tolstoy's insight that everyone wants to change the world but no one wants to change himself highlights the power of personal agency. It's our superpower, but there's a concerning trend of walking away from it step by step. The death of the hero lies in the reluctance to embrace personal responsibility. What I'm most proud of isn't my work or brand, but chipping away at the victim mentality within myself. Shifting from self-pity to embracing the difficulty, I've come to understand that life's meaning is found in confronting challenges. The difficulty isn't inconsiderate. It's a crucial aspect of personal growth. In encouraging the difficult thing, I aim to convey hard truths with empathy and care. Life's meaning isn't found in the avoidance of discomfort, but in the pursuit of a higher purpose. As I've learned, The hero of our story emerges when we face challenges head-on and refuse to succumb to the victim mentality. It's a transformative journey that requires embracing difficulty, evolving, and taking personal agency, our true superpower. To express these thoughts and sentiments, but here's an attempt. Speaking the truth is an act of care, whether directed towards someone else or oneself. The harsh reality is that seeking shelter in the temporary comfort of victimhood is a high not worth the subsequent withdrawal and suffering. I've experienced it firsthand, and it got me nowhere. The world we live in has been shaped by those who found the courage to do the difficult thing, those who chose to be uncommon, who embraced criticism, and who, by definition, decided to change things themselves. Being common, quitting, and failing are relatable, but they're not worth celebrating. The true heroes are the ones who reshape the familiar, who take hits, and who persevere through difficulty. In a world obsessed with participation trophies, we must acknowledge that life's true meaning comes from pursuing the extraordinary. It's time to resurrect the hero, to see through the facade of short-term comfort that leads to long-term emptiness. Playing the victim might provide temporary relief, but the payment we receive is despair. We are flawed, but we are also capable of manufacturing greatness, capturing hearts, and captivating minds. It's crucial to understand that we have a choice in the difficulties we face, either intentionally seeking out challenges or letting difficulties take control and render us helpless. Life is about choosing our difficulties. When routineness or self-imposed limitations hold you back, it's not that the current reality is real and the future is not. It's that we've faced the wrong opponent. Some adversaries make us stronger, forcing us to grow, while others let us defeat ourselves. When life knocks us down, we get to rise again, wiser and stronger. However, keeping ourselves down yields nothing. The key is to resurrect the hero within us, to fight battles that light us up, and to blaze a trail through the darkness. Chasing that which gives us butterflies, the world we see when we close our eyes, is not just a distraction. It's the North Star, the path, the pursuit of the difficult but meaningful thing. Life's potential is not meant to be a fantasy explored in idle moments. It demands commitment to the difficulty of bringing it to life. Every worthwhile pursuit is difficult, but choosing one's difficulty is the essence of shaping a meaningful life. It's about investing in the new version of oneself, in a reality that transforms with each step outside the comfort zone. Life's meaning is found in the interaction with the unknown and the adjustment amidst uncertainty. The act of courage, no matter how small, is an investment in a new reality. It's not just a triumph over immediate obstacles, it's a step towards a new you, a new potential that may not be visible now but accumulates with each act of bravery. Those little acts of courage are not trivial. They're significant and transformative. When dissatisfaction creeps in, fueled by the gap between the imagined ideal and the present reality, remember that this feeling is transferable. Difficult can be exchanged for a transformative experience. Today can be a continuation of a checked box, or the beginning of something that brings you closer to the world you envision with closed eyes. George Eliot's wisdom echoes loudly. It's never too late to be what you might have been. The ability to separate the stories of yesterday from the stories of right now determines your tomorrow. No direction, no purpose, and no destination. I've come to understand the power of habits, recognizing that change isn't as simple as declaring a desire and magically transforming into that version of yourself. Building habits, as James Clear wisely puts it, is like cultivating a delicate flower, one day at a time. But even before embarking on the journey of habit building, we must acknowledge that each moment is precious and that the past is merely data to guide our future decisions. Yesterday does not define use. It's a resource for reflection, a canvas to paint our aspirations and lessons learned. No direction, no purpose, and no destination. I've come to understand the power of habits, recognizing that change isn't as simple as declaring a desire and magically transforming into that version of yourself. Building habits, as James Clear wisely puts it, is like cultivating a delicate flower, one day at a time. But even before embarking on the journey of habit building, we must acknowledge that each moment is precious and that the past is merely data to guide our future decisions. Yesterday does not define us. It's a resource for reflection, a canvas to paint our aspirations and lessons learned. Recognizing the malleability within ourselves is pivotal. Motivation might give us that initial burst of energy, but the world often throws obstacles our way, prompting the mind to replay the film of who we used to be. Social media showcases seemingly perfect lives, and external voices may say life is too hard without their guidance. The key is in creating mental space to welcome new habits, understanding that today is a new beginning. It's not just about placing your running shoes by the door. It's about seeing yourself as someone who will use those shoes to become something new. The real challenge lies in giving yourself permission amid adversaries. Change is not just about habits. It's about creating a mental space that allows those habits to take root. It's about understanding that today is a beginning, a challenge, and an accomplishment. The difficulty and the accomplishment lie in giving yourself permission amid a multitude of adversaries. Dreaming, in essence, is a powerful tool. It's not some magical formula. It's a simple, practical, and obtainable composition. Dreams require a willingness to take a single step forward. Magic isn't needed. What's needed is the determination to carry on through the haze of the unknown. So dream away. Let your dreams lead you. They are not some elusive magic. They are the foundation upon which you build your path, the North Star guiding your journey, the lighthouse bringing you home. Without dreams, today becomes eternal, and things remain as they are. I can guarantee one thing: if you do not dream of better tomorrows, today will be eternal. Your dream is the compass guiding your path, the beacon calling your arrows. It's the foundation that gives you direction, purpose, and a destination. Without it, you'll navigate through life with no course, no aim, and no goal. Dreams are not magic. They are the practical, tangible building blocks of a meaningful life. They require the willingness to take that first step, to navigate through the challenges of the unknown. So, dream away, for your dreams are the stories you tell, the courage you embrace, and the beginning of a new world, one step at a time, has ever been. It's in these moments, these seemingly insurmountable challenges, that the 1% comes into play. In the darkest corners of despair, where the weight of the world feels unbearable, that's where you find your best. It's not about being your best when everything is going well. It's about discovering your best when everything is falling apart. It's about confronting the Goliath and finding within yourself the courage, strength, and resilience to face the seemingly impossible. Life is not a linear path of constant progress. It's filled with peaks and valleys, and it's in the valleys that you unearth the treasures of your own potential. The moments when you feel your worst become the crucible where your best is forged. It's a process that demands everything from you, but it's also the process that reveals your true capabilities. When the water rises, it's not just about surviving. It's about swimming, navigating, and finding a way forward. The 1% is about transcending the circumstances and rising to the challenge, even when it seems like the odds are stacked against you. So, in those moments of darkness, instead of succumbing to despair, recognize the opportunity to find your best. It's a different kind of pursuit, one that requires a deep introspection, a resilience that refuses to be broken, and a belief that even in the depths of adversity, you can discover something extraordinary within yourself. Embrace the journey, the struggles, and the uncertainties, for they are the canvas on which your best is painted. It's not about avoiding the storms. It's about learning to dance in the rain and emerge stronger on the other side. Remember, the pursuit of your best is not a destination. It's a perpetual journey, a commitment to keep striving, evolving, and discovering your limitless potential in the face of life's challenges. Imperfection and the safeguarding against the darker aspects of human nature is what makes such systems enduring. Now, let's bring this back to the practical level and connect the dots. The key idea here is that if men were angels, there would be no need for government. Similarly, if we were all perfect beings with flawless self-discipline, There would be no need for alarms, workout routines, or daily planners. So when I found myself repeatedly hitting the snooze button on my alarm, I realized that I was dealing with my own imperfect human nature. The struggle wasn't just about waking up early. It was about managing the inherent weaknesses that reside within all of us. The beauty of recognizing this lies in the acknowledgement that we can't always rely on our own willpower. We need systems, structures, and routines to act as the checks and balances against our natural tendencies to take the path of least resistance. In the context of the broader discussion, it's about understanding that self-discipline and positive habits are not just personal attributes but are, in fact, the systems we put in place to prevent our own shortcomings from getting the better of us. So when you find yourself facing a daily challenge, whether it's waking up early or sticking to a workout routine, consider it as creating your own personal constitution. Develop systems and structures that act as a safeguard against the natural inclination to choose comfort over growth. It's about recognizing the imperfections within ourselves and building a framework that helps us navigate and overcome them. The key, as James Madison might say, is to design systems that prevent our own human nature from becoming a hindrance to the goals we want to achieve. In essence, it's the intersection of philosophy and practicality, where the wisdom of understanding ourselves on a fundamental level translates into actionable strategies for a more disciplined and fulfilling life, and write our own narrative. It's about recognizing that the imagination isn't just a flight of fancy. It's a powerful tool for shaping our reality. So let's embrace the power of imagination, not as a fleeting dream, but as the architect's blueprint for our lives. As you envision your tomorrow, let it be a vivid painting, a detailed script, a carefully crafted plan. Imagination is the precursor to creation, and creation is the vehicle that propels us into a future of our design. Moreover, don't let the pragmatic world dampen the flames of your imagination. Don't let skepticism douse the sparks of your creativity. Imagination thrives in the realm of possibilities, and it's in that realm that we discover the uncharted territories of our potential. The bridge between today and tomorrow isn't a mere wishful thought. It's a deliberate act of envisioning and then executing. As you create, as you build that bridge with the materials of your imagination, remember that every stroke of your pen, every detail in your script, every element in your plan is a step closer to the reality you desire. Imagination is the seed, and action is the water that brings it to life. Your dreams are not just whimsical illusions, they are the blueprints of your destiny. So let your imagination soar, and then ground it in purposeful action. Your story is not predetermined, it's an ongoing creation, a collaboration between your thoughts and your actions. In a world that often tries to confine us to existing narratives, the power to imagine and create is revolutionary. It's the rebellion against a passive acceptance of the status quo. It's the audacity to dream beyond the limits imposed by circumstance. So let today be the day you recognize the profound impact of your imagination. Let it be the day you pick up the pen and start writing your own story. As you look toward tomorrow, see it not as an inevitability, but as a canvas waiting for the strokes of your creativity. Imagination is the key, and you hold it in your hands. Unlock the door to possibilities, and let the bridge between today and tomorrow be a testament to the incredible force that is your creative mind. So let's break this down. Life may not always be fair, and the starting point might not be within our control. That's the hand we're dealt, and it varies for everyone. However, what remains universal is the crucial aspect: what you decide to do about it. Taking control means not succumbing to the blame game. It means realizing that dwelling on external circumstances won't change your current situation. The power lies in your response, your actions, and your decisions. Here's why this mindset shift is vital. 1. Empowerment. When you accept that you are in control of your own life, you empower yourself. You shift from a passive role, blaming external factors, to an active role, where your decisions and actions can shape your future. 2. Focus on solutions. The blame game is a distraction. It keeps you fixated on problems rather than solutions. When you take responsibility, Your energy is directed toward finding ways to overcome challenges and improve your situation. 3. Ownership of your choices. Accepting accountability means owning your choices, both good and bad. It's a mature acknowledgement that you have agency in your life. Even if you can't control everything, you can control how you respond. 4. Continuous growth. The mindset of control and accountability fosters a culture of continuous improvement. Instead of seeing setbacks as insurmountable obstacles, you view them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. 5. Positive outlook. Blaming external factors often leads to a negative outlook. Taking control shifts your perspective. You become more optimistic, seeing challenges as temporary hurdles on your journey rather than permanent roadblocks. So, if I were to distill this piece of advice for my younger self or anyone else, it would be this. You are the captain of your ship. Life might present storms and unpredictable seas, but how you navigate is entirely in your hands. Embrace the challenges, learn from them, and set sail towards the destination you choose. The power to steer lies within you.